Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is September 11th, 2025. We are meeting in person and virtually today at the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board at 9:31 a.m. Today's meeting will be recorded. To better manage our meetings, we are implementing the public comment guidelines that were approved by the commissioners at the July meeting. The guidelines are posted on our website. Those seeking to provide public comment at today's meeting have signed up prior to the start of the meeting. When we reach the agenda item you have signed up to speak to, we'll call your name. Once recognized, please state your name, and all public comment will be limited to 2 minutes. Written comments on today's agenda items should have been received by email by the close of business yesterday, September 10th, 2025. The chat feature has been turned off. If you have technical difficulties, please email us at askus@wsgc.wa.gov. Now I'll go ahead and call the roll of the commission to ensure a quorum. Vice Chair Lawson.
Here.
Commissioner Ibsen.
Present.
Commissioner Charles.
Okay, so Charles doesn't have mic or camera capability. Looks like he just left.
Sounds like maybe we're having technical difficulties.
Okay, Michael Charles is raising his hand. Can you get him? Yes.
Is Commissioner Charles having issues with the?
Yeah. I don't see any names. Okay. Just a minute. We see him, but we're trying to get.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, I think I'm here now. So.
Oh, there he is.
Present.
Okay, thank you. Senator Conway.
Present.
Good morning. Senator Holy. Representative Kloba.
Morning.
Morning. And Representative Waters. I don't believe he's here. All right, we will go ahead and get started with the consent agenda, August 14th, 2025 commission meeting minutes, new licenses and class 3 gaming employees, and a house bank card room list. Do any commissioners have any comments on any of those items? No, any public comment? Not seeing anything. All right, do we have a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented by staff.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Next, we have the Executive Director's report with Director Griffin.
Good morning, commissioners, ex officios, staff. So we have a PowerPoint. We're just going to get on the screen here. Just wanted to give an update on where we're at with our IT project. Yesterday, actually, we were with staff. Staff presented to about over 30 tribal gaming agency members from licensing units across the state, and that was well received. They gave screenshots of what the new system is going to look like, and so that was just very exciting. And so we're starting. We're on the path. If we can go to the next slide, please. So while this slide shows, because it's an awful little timeline, or it's a big timeline, what it doesn't show is we actually started this project in 2020. We did our feasibility study in March to June of 2020, and staff has really been working on this since about that time. And we really started working in earnest in April of 23. This timeline starts from when we signed, started really digging into and starting to interview and get demonstrations this time last year, actually, when we got demonstrations from potential implementers about potential software products. And so we did sign that contract and really launched then with our implementer in September of last year. So it's been a long journey, and thanks to everybody who's bearing with us. That includes staff as well as you all for hearing where we're at with this. So we are now in the development stage. We reiterated our requirements with our implementer earlier, or excuse me, at the end of 2024. We're in the development stage. We're going through the agile system approach for development. So that means that we are rolling out and having testing happen every month as portions of the system are developed. So this is just to show you we're in September of 2025. We have demonstration that I'll talk a little bit more about, scheduled for the 30th, and then we will do training, internal and external, in January, February, and we now have a go live date of February 23rd. We've just extended that a bit to allow for more testing and more internal training as well as external training. So if we can go to the next slide, please. Just a few of our accomplishments thus far. We have completed 3 rounds of user acceptance testing within our business units. Actually, it's starting again next week, and so that takes 7 business days a month to do user acceptance testing for each of our business units. This is a very heavy lift, and this will continue each month until we hope to have final sign-off at the beginning of January. Go live, as I said, will be February 23rd. We did just push that back, working with the implementer, but this will give us more time to really make sure that the functionality that was within scope is ready to go, and also gives us a little bit more time and space internally to make sure that everyone is well trained, and then also we have to make sure that our external users are informed as well as well trained moving forward, because there's going to be quite a bit of impact in how they do business with us, because the external facing portal, My Account, will be changed, and it's going to offer many new features, and so we're also very excited, and that was part of the great thing about the preview to our tribal gaming agency partners that saw the information yesterday. And so the next slide, there's an opportunity for our licensees and the public to join in on this demonstration on October 30th, and we'll go through some of the things such as the outward-facing portal that you engage in currently through My Account, how that's going to change. And one of the great things is a lot of email communication happens now, but in the future, everything can happen in the secure portal so that you can have more messaging, and it will afford opportunities to upload directly into the portal. So that will make it a much easier process to communicate with us and us with you. We also are expanding the payment mechanisms to allow for credit cards. We will also have more applications available online through that portal. And also you'll be able to monitor the status of applications. So that should cut down on the email communication, phone calls, hey, where's my app at? Where's my renewal at? Because you'll be able to just watch the process through the portal. And so those are just a few things. If you're interested in seeing the demo, please use a QR code. It's also available on our website, and would just really encourage everybody to come and take a look at that. And so that's all I have, but I see Chair Senator Conway has a question.
Senator Conway, go ahead.
Yeah, Tina, I only want to, this sounds very good and I'm very impressed. I know that you probably have to have the supplemental telephone line to help people initially on this, but my only question, the concern I have here, comes from our session and comes from what appears to be the problems in our next session. And that is that, so much of this, our fund is, I'm assuming all this is paid for, because I don't, the legislature is still having budget problems, and I just urge you to keep that in mind as we move forward with this. We don't want to get down the road here and find that we have another sweep coming at us. And so I just hope that you're considering that in your introduction and paying for this new IT system.
Yes, thank you, Senator. At the October meeting, we will be talking more about the upcoming fiscal year, where we stand with fiscal year 25, with the closing of fiscal year 25, and then take a look at current fund balance and talk about 2026 legislative session, with the intent of encumbering funds for Polaris and making sure that it shows that funds are encumbered for contracts moving into session.
Right.
So,
I just hope you're obviously in touch with the OFM, Office of Financial Management, on this.
yes, Governor's Office, Office of Financial Management, committee staff, and as well as reaching out to the chairs of both Ways and Means and Approps. Yes, thank you.
Very, very good. I just don't want to get into the session and find that we're in a crisis of some sort here. So thank you.
Thank you. Anything else, Chair?
Was that the end of your report?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I just want to take a minute real quickly, though, to thank the staff. I know this is a huge undertaking, and the commissioners are all very well aware of how much additional work this is causing, and we're very appreciative, and just want to thank the staff for taking this on and doing so with lack of complaints. We really appreciate your hard work. So next up is tab 2, and that is the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation request to exceed $400,000 limit in raffle prizes with Justin Hyland, the regional director of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, and Jim Melville, special agent.
Good morning, commissioners and ex officios. My name is Jim Melville, and I'm an agent with the Regulation and Enforcement Unit. I'm here today to introduce the Rocky Mountain Elks Foundation, who are seeking your approval to offer raffle prizes exceeding $400,000 during their current license year that ends June 30th, 2026. Staff recommends that you approve the Rocky Mountain Elks Foundation request to exceed the annual raffle limit of $400,000. Here today to present is Justin Hyland from the Rocky Mountain Elks Foundation. And if you have any additional questions, I'll be standing by.
Good morning and hello, commissioners. My name is Justin Hyland, Eastern Washington Regional Director for the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. RMEF is a registered 501c3 nonprofit based out of Missoula, Montana. Our mission is to ensure the future of elk, other wildlife, their habitat, and our hunting heritage. I am coming before you today to request a waiver to exceed the $400,000 limit in raffle prizes paid prior to June 30th, 2026 by WAC 230-11-067. 2025 is shaping up to be another incredible year for our efforts in Washington and around the country. Here in Washington, we are on pace to once again successfully raise approximately $1.6 million net dollars via our big game, banquets, and other raffle-based events for the third consecutive year. Because of the incredible effort made by our volunteers who do the work and deserve the credit, we enjoyed a near record allocation to support conservation efforts throughout Washington state. In total, we supported 42 habitat and hunting heritage projects impacting communities in 17 different counties here in Washington. One unique project we supported in 2025 included a habitat enhancement project located on a new 1,040-acre addition to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife in the Scatter Creek Wildlife Area within the Violent Prairie Unit to help maintain open areas for elk and support Roosevelt elk habitat. We are also able to support several prescribed burns, noxious weed treatments, forage enhancement projects, and aspen planting, and several large forest thinning efforts across several wildlife areas and national forests located in Washington state. In addition to our wildlife connectivity and habitat work, RMEF supported other local nonprofits who work to support our hunting heritage. In 2025, RMEF helped sponsor various high school shooting and archery teams throughout Washington, providing scholarships for disadvantaged youth to attend Washington State's Youth Conservation Camp, and providing funds for an 8th grade class trip to Mount St. Helens, where they learned about the geology of the site and how the eruption impacted local wildlife. RMEF also aided efforts to give back to our veterans by supporting organizations like Cross the Divide and Outdoors for Our Heroes, who provide outdoor recreational opportunities to the veteran community. It is because of the incredible generous support that we receive from our communities all over Washington state that our big game banquets and the compressed timeline for our events that I am here before you today. Currently, we are starting to wind down on our fundraising events for the remainder of 2025. Our traditional yearly banquet season runs from January 1st through Memorial Day weekend. During this 5-month time span, our volunteers and 2 paid staff in Washington will host 23 different big game banquets in 23 different communities across Washington state. In this short amount of time, RMEF will raise 95% of our year-end total and award the vast majority of raffle prizes in just 5 months. As fast as 2025 will come to an end, our 2026 banquet season is fast approaching, and RMEF would like to stay proactive with the Gambling Commission. That is why we must request a waiver to exceed the established $400,000 limit on prizes awarded in a license period. Currently, for 2025, RMEF has already exceeded the $400,000 limit on prizes awarded and coming close to our approved limit of $550,000 set forth by the Gambling Commission. Like any organization, we desire growth. Couple that with prices continuing to rise, inflating the value of prizes awarded. We hope that this commission will allow us to maintain a buffer between our 2025 and 2026 actual value and the new cap set forth. For these reasons, we respectfully request you approve our request to exceed the $400,000 limit and re-implement a cap of $550,000 for the July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026 license period. I thank you for your time and consideration and would be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions from any of the commissioners? Comments on? Commissioner Charles?
I just have a comment. Thanks for presenting, Justin. Really appreciate it. I'm just interested in this is really kind of unrelated, to be fair, but how are elk doing in Washington state?
Elk are doing well. There are some areas, that we are focusing on, but as of right now, they are at or above projective states for Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Cool. I think that speaks highly to the work you all are doing. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate those comments, and it does not go unnoticed. Thank you very much.
All right. Any other questions or comments from commissioners? All right. Do we have any public comments?
Looks like Senator Conway is helping us out.
Senator Conway? Maybe you're on mute, Senator. I'm not sure if your hand was raised from the last topic or if you do have.
Chair, we are okay.
Thank you.
To unmute him.
I'm now on. I got it. I just have a question for the foundation. It seems like you're exceeding this 450,000, and you're asking for the same kind of limit next year. And I'm wondering, is to the extent it seems like you're raising way over $1 million in terms of fundraising, and you're asking only for the 550 again for next year. I'm kind of curious about that. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did hear you. So are you asking why we're only asking for 550?
Yeah, it just seems like you've been exceeding that by some amount.
Yeah.
I know that 550 is what the commission has agreed to, but it just seems like you're going to be back again next year.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I mean currently, the limit is 400,000. We do tend to exceed that limit. We've asked for 550 because it's a good buffer. I would imagine at some point we would probably exceed that as soon as once prices and inflation. But that 550,000 seems to be a good amount and buffer for the foundation as far as what we do as fundraising here in Washington State.
It seems like you're going to exceed that again next year, like you did this year. But thank you. As an observation, these raffle limits, gambling commission should note is it indexed, our raffling limits? Are they indexed at all? That's a question for our officers.
Chair, it's okay if I
Yes.
respond. Senator Conway, the $400,000 limit is for raffle prizes, cumulative raffle prizes to be awarded during the license year. It's not based on gross. I think I understood your question to Mr. Highland is the materials indicate that they would gross or bring in $1 million in sales. But what we're talking about here is the rule requires the commissioners to grant approval for cumulative raffle prizes during the license year if they're anticipating those raffle prizes to be in excess of 400,000. And so Mr. Highland is asking for...
I understand the question.
Okay.
What my question is that limit has been set by law?
By WAC. It's a WAC.
By WAC.
And it was just updated within the last couple of years. We moved it from the commissioners decided to increase it from a single prize, the same rule, WAC 230, 11, 265 and 230-11-065 and 067 talk about these matters, and they were raised from a single raffle prize of 40,000 to 60,000, and the limits for cumulative raffle prizes during a license year without approval up to 300,000 has now been moved up to 400,000. So we have adjusted it recently in the last few years.
But it's not indexed. That was the question I asked. It is by action of the commission that the amounts are raised. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? I don't see any other public comment, but kind of have to scroll through the screen. So if someone sees something, let me know. All right. Do we have a motion?
Chair, I move to approve Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation's request to offer raffle prizes in excess of $400,000 during their license year ending June 30th, 2026.
Seconded.
Right, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All right.
All right, the motion has passed. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Highland.
Uh, is there a dollar amount on the cap for the waiver that I can make a note of? In the past, you guys have said 550. I'm just curious if there's a number or if that's something that's coming down later.
Director Griffin.
The few times the commissioners did choose to put a cap on that in the past, and if the commissioners do want to put a cap on that, there is nothing in the rule that requires the commissioners to cap that. And so that happened a couple years, I think, with commissioners specifically reading that into the motion. So unless the commissioners want to make a change to that and limit that, but the rule does just require the commissioners to give approval. So I will pause and let Chair, but I also wanted to say, before you go back to that, Chair, we did not have anybody sign up in advance. For the record, we did not sign, in terms of public comment, we did not have anyone sign up in advance to speak or to provide public comment on any of the agenda items today.
Okay, thank you. So I guess it would be if Commissioner Lawson wants to amend her motion, or if we want to keep it open. So that's up to the commissioners.
I don't see a need to amend my motion.
Okay, any other commissioners have any input on that?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Next, we have a petition for review of Hong Mei Sheng, case number 2024-01401, with Adam Amarine, but I think we're going to go directly into the closed session, is my understanding, to discuss this matter with our Attorney General's office. So, commissioners, there was a link sent out to a whole nother meeting, so you're going to leave this one and then open that one, and you should be able to join us, and then we'll be back in the public meeting shortly.
Should we do a quorum check?
Yeah. Did everybody else come back? Let's see, Commissioner Lawson, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Commissioner Ibsen?
Present.
Commissioner Charles? He cannot get on. He's on, but doesn't have access to his mic or camera.
You should be good now.
Okay. Hopefully Commissioner Charles
Commissioner
can
Charles.
Okay. Well, maybe someone can help figure that out. We'll go, Senator Conway, are you still here?
Chair, I see Commissioner Charles has joined.
Okay, Commissioner Charles? Yeah, he joined. He just can't access his mic or camera.
It looks like I'm back now.
Oh, okay, there you go. Hello. All right, Senator Conway? Senator Holy? Representative Kloba? Hi. And Representative Waters. All right, we have a quorum, so back to this tab 3, the petition for review. The commissioners have decided to remand this back to the Office of Administrative Hearings. An order will be forthcoming that further explains this decision in detail. So with that, we will move to tab 4, which is a default of Vinnie Cho, CR 2025-00830, with Adam Amarine, our legal manager. Morning.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Commissioners, ex officios. For the record, my name is Adam Amarine, Legal and Records Manager for the Gambling Commission. The Washington State Gambling Commission issued Benny Cho a public card room employee license authorizing employment at Goldie's Shoreline Casino in Shoreline, Washington, and Great American Casino in Tukwila, Washington. This license, which expires on March 15th of next year, 2026, was issued subject to Cho's compliance with state gambling laws and commission rules. On May 13th, 2025, Mr. Cho notified a WSGC special agent that he had been criminally charged with burglary in the first degree, rape in the third degree, and felony violation of a court order. All three of these charges had a domestic violence connection as well. After receiving notice, the WSGC special agent verified that Cho was indeed subject to the above charges by conducting a search through the Judicial Information System, which is a system that maintained by the Washington State Court System, keeping records of court actions occurring in the state. The special agent also obtained and reviewed certified copies of the information and determination of probable cause filed in the Superior Court of Washington for King County on May 6, 2025. According to the case summary included in the information and determination of probable cause, Cho unlawfully entered the victim's home on May 1st, 2025, and engaged in sexual intercourse with the victim while he was there. The victim reported that these acts were not consensual. When the victim attempted to call 911, Cho reacted violently and attempted to restrain her. Executive Director Tina Griffin issued administrative charges and a summary suspension on June 2nd, 2025, alleging that Benny Cho's above actions violated several WACs and RCWs that are articulated in the order in front of you. The charges allege that Benny Cho's actions demonstrate a disregard for statutes and rules promulgated, and that he poses a clear threat to the effective regulation of gambling. Mr. Cho was sent the administrative charges and summary suspension by certified mail on June 4th, 2025, to the last address the Gambling Commission had on file. Pursuant to WAC 230-17-010, a response was required to be received by the Commission by June 27th, 2025. The Commission did not receive an appeal of the administrative charges and has not to this date. You may take final action against Benny Cho's gambling license. Mr. Cho's pending criminal charges demonstrate that the licensee poses a threat to the effective regulation of gambling. The Commission can take final action against Mr. Cho's gambling license under case number CR 2025-00830, pursuant to RCW 946-075, RCW 3405-440, RCW 3405-461, and WAC 230-03085. Staff recommends that the Commission sign the proposed final order and revoke Mr. Cho's license, number 68-11070.
Thank you. Do any of the commissioners have any questions for Adam? Comments? No? Is Mr. Cho in the audience at all or online? I don't see anybody. I don't believe so. Okay, any public comment? All right, do we have a motion?
Chair, I move to revoke Benny P. Cho's manufacturer representative license number 2025-00830 as presented by staff.
Seconded.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Thank you, Adam. All right, so is there any public comment on anything that has happened today? I'm not seeing any hands, and I know no one's signed up, so that brings us to the end of the meeting. The next Gambling Commission meeting will be held on October 16th and 17th at the Liquor and Cannabis Board. It is now 10:27 a.m. and we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.